everyone. Welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and another episode of Cash or Trash, where we talk about the hot comics of this past week and make predictions sure to go wrong. And as always, when I mean we, he wasn't here last week, and I did only mean me, but this week, my man Marcus is back and ready to go. What is going on, sir?
Living the dream, back from 4th of July. I went to backcountry, and I made it back safe, so I'm good.
That's good. You got all your fingers and toes and all appendages attached, no firework problems.
More importantly, my family.
Your family all came back with you. That's good. This is a good thing. Yeah. This is a good thing.
How about you, man?
I interacted with 0 human beings for the entire weekend, and it was awesome.
Okay. All right. There you go. That is JP, guys.
So,
I
read a book.
Don't call him.
I read a book.
Don't message him. Don't call him. Don't wish him a happy 4th.
I didn't used to be so antisocial, but now I just revel in it when I get the opportunity. For anyone who knows, I live in a town on a lake, and on holiday weekends, this place is stupid. And my family's getting together this weekend, not last weekend. Because for reasons we always get together the weekend after, because my dad's birthday and some other stuff. So yeah, we didn't decide to get together this time. And since the folks didn't come down, I just avoided all human contact with the yahoos that come into my town for holiday weekend. Because I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, it's a different experience for the people who live there. I get that.
Yes. Oh my gosh, traffic was just anyway. No one wants to hear about that. Let's talk about hot comics. But first, we're going to shout out this chat. We got my man GT Key was in here tailgating early. Hopefully he is back. I haven't noticed if he's back yet or not, but hopefully we got Jesus Jimenez. What's going on? Happy to see you, sir. Frog Brawler in the house. Throw Mephisto down the well. Most of my country can be free. There you go. Mr. Ram Man. He's just here so he won't get fined. Well, you are not going to get fined, sir. So you have played your role for sure. Mr. John from John's Comics with Friends. He's
that's going to be hard to break, isn't it?
I know. I've caught myself multiple times already, but we're glad to see John hanging out here. The whole change in his whole look. I don't know what to think about this, but we got my man Gordon. What's going on, Gordon? Glad you are here. Indie Comics and Reviews, another person that puts up with this guy on a weekly basis. We're both saints, Lorenzo. We're both saints. So
you're appreciated.
We got my man Kenneth Bird. What's going on, Kenneth? And now you're interacting with us. See, I interact with you guys, but see, I can turn it off and go away when the time comes. So when I get too much exposure to other humans, plus it's not as bad through the internet. It's not as bad.
And also, you kids need to get off JP's lawn. All right, let's go.
Yeah, that's right. Get off my lawn. We got Burkhardt in the house. What's going on, sir? I am glad you are here and hanging out with us. So, yeah, we are talking about the hot comics of this past week. Every Saturday, I put out the video, the look back video. We look back at the hot comics from 6 months ago. This is the video where Marcus and I make predictions for what's going to happen with the hot comics of this past week in 6 months and maybe longer term, depending on what we talk about. So, are you ready to dig into this list here, Marcus?
I am ready. Rip to the big dog, Jim Shooter, man.
Yes, and that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with Mr. Jim Shooter. We got Adventure Comics number 346 from 1966. He was 14 years old when he wrote this comic, which is just crazy. So yeah, we lost Jim Shooter this week. You always get at least a couple. Whenever we lose somebody like this, we always get a few books hitting the list. This is the only one this week, which is a little surprising. I figured we'd get a Secret Wars book. We did not. But yeah, this one is, they were talking about low-grade raw copies were selling for $100. They really didn't go too in-depth on prices and stuff, and I didn't worry about it. A book like this, his first thing, low-grade for $100 is probably worth it. But your thoughts, rather than on this book, Marcus, your thoughts on Jim Shooter.
I'm not real. I don't know a whole lot about him. I definitely learned a lot with his passing, with the watching videos of people talking about him. Obviously, the most impressive thing is writing something at 14 years old and someone paying you money to publish it is beyond my ability to I can't even fathom that. Me at 14 years old writing something, there's not a single adult that's going to be like, yeah, we should pay you for this. That's just not going to happen under any circumstance. So
Yeah.
such an incredible feat, really, that alone, not let alone all that came after. He wasn't a young man, but rib to the homie, man. We keep losing. I'm thinking about Neil. I'm thinking about George Perez. I feel like we've been losing some titans. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, he was. I never got a chance to meet him, but I've only heard good things about if you met him and got to deal with him. And
I did.
Definitely
I did meet him.
Did you? Nice.
I saw him at Heroes Con last year. I was actually getting books signed for Beckerman, and
cool.
and got to talk. He was very kind to me. I was clueless, but he did not treat me like an idiot, so that was cool.
That's awesome. I mean, you think about this, and they were talking about it, like this book, 14 years old, and created these four characters, the four new Legionnaires. He created all of them, like as a 14-year-old, and some of them are still around. Like Karate Kid's still a big part of like the Legionnaires. Whenever they do a Legion book, they haven't done one for a while, but yeah, Nemesis Kid I think still gets used fairly often. Like, so yeah, just crazy talented.
I think
huge loss.
I think I'm going to go with you. I don't think we said, but I was debating this one. Because it does seem like once things die down, this one may come down, but I'm not sure that's true. Because I feel like some of these Neil Adam books that I wanted when he passed away have not really budged, and I feel like this one is a worth it for that reason.
Yeah, I think the pattern I think with that is like some books. Usually there is a cooling with some of these books, but you get an older book like this. You get some of these. Like some of those Neil Adams books that were hitting, like you get a book that's like a Silver or Bronze Age book. It's less so to react to something a little more newer that somebody does. And it just kind of depends on the underlying value of that book. If people are buying, like, there'll probably be I'll be back to like the Secret Wars stuff a little bit, but like some of his older stuff, maybe not as much. And that's why I kind of love the worth it thing.
I agree. This one feels like an absolute worth it. One that's going to maintain the value even when the buzz around his death goes away. I mean, he was 14 years old. This was his first one. I want this book.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I did not realize he started writing at 14 until they said that on the video. So, all right, next we're going to move into the regular hot comic type stuff. We got Street Fighter #1, second week in a row. We got casting news last week. Some strange casting, but hey, they're going for it. They're going with big names as opposed to people that maybe fit the characters, but whatever works. $15 to $30. Last week it was like $15 to $25. 9.8, 160 instead of the 125 of last week. Your thoughts here, Marcus?
I don't feel like when you have an IP that is created outside of comics and you bring it to comics, I don't feel like that holds as much as it would if it started with comics. So while you might be a huge Street Fighter fan, like you probably don't care about this book a whole lot. There's just going to be a small section of people who collect comics and like Street Fighter, right? And I see you have worth it, but I'm going to go I'll be back for this one. I don't feel like it.
And I left it from last week. I had it worth it last week when it was 15 to 25 and 9.8 is 125. I think you're probably right that even this slight higher bump is probably into the I'll be back range at this point. It's probably kind of moved beyond what it's worth. So I'm going to change it and agree with you on the I'll be back here. It's not very few of these. Like you'll get your Transformers or your G.I. Joe that maintain quite a bit of value that were created outside. But for the most part, you see a lot of these game stuff that get books. They don't usually amount to anything. People don't usually.
Alien does okay. Predator does okay. But this really hasn't been on that list like that.
Yeah. Because, here, money. So I think it's money.
Yeah. Well, everything.
I wouldn't argue with you. Go ahead.
This comes into the new Hollywood. Really, is like the casting where they're looking how many Instagram followers that you have before they cast you in a movie. They don't want the movie to bomb, and one of the easiest ways to prevent it from bombing is from having a built-in audience like an IP like this. So that's really what it's about.
Yeah, for sure.
On the upside, though, that's the great thing for comic books and maybe getting optioned is, again, it's something that has a built-in audience.
It has a built-in audience, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next. We got Ghost Fleet on the list second week in a row. Last week, 10 to 28. This week, 10 to 32. I'm sticking with my trap. There was a director announced. Did anybody know this existed before this? I mean, it's Donny Cates, I guess, and Daniel Warren Johnson, but like, yeah, I'm sticking with trap. Your thoughts?
I mean, it's not a lot of money, but yeah, absolutely a trap. We know, we've seen the routine with option news and how these things work. And Donny Cates, Daniel Warren Johnson down there on the bottom does look pretty cool, and I'm interested in getting this book. There's going to be a lull, and there'll be a better time to buy this book. Yeah. I'm going to say I'll be back rather than trap. So
I believe that. I just think I looked at it, and the average is running about 20 right now. And to me, if the average is like 5 to 10 and 6 months, that's a trap. But if it stays 10 to 15, then you're right. It's probably an I'll be back. So.
Yeah. I think Donny Cates, Daniel Warren Johnson, those names have some value to them. So,
yeah, they do. Next, we got He-Man, Masters of the Universe Masters of the Universe #1. Excuse me. The first, I think it was a mini series, but first series with the He-Man, the Masters of the Universe title. On the list last week, on the list again this week because we got images from them wrapping. They wrapped shooting on this movie finally after like 9 years of saying they were going to make it. 15 to 40, 9.82 to 350. Basically what it was last week, a little bit higher on a couple of the high-end sales, but for the most part, not much higher than it was last week. Your thoughts, Marcus?
So this is the first He-Man solo series. It's not the first He-Man in comics then, or?
It is not.
Oh, man, that's not good. Oh, yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, I'll be back on that then. If it was the first appearance, I'm like, wow, that's really cheap. But yeah, if it's just the first solo series, yeah, that's a meh. That's an unruly meh.
It's really. A meh. Yeah, the things I've seen about this movie do not make me think that it's gonna like help this book.
Yeah,
it does not. So we'll see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before on many occasions.
Trap territory at those.
Yeah, this book has held pretty decent value for a long time, so I would put it as an I'll be back, but it's not that much beyond what it typically goes for. But yes, I understand.
Okay, I see the first He-Man next. Okay.
And here we go. Yeah, I thought you were just playing this up.
No, I didn't read the next one. My bad.
Oh, DC Comics presents number 47, the first He-Man in comics. We got $100 to $250 on recent raw sales. 9.6 is going for $400 to $450. No recent 9.8 sale to talk about, but that's over $1,000. There was like a newsstand or something that was a little bit that I didn't include, but because I think it was also signed, so that value was like weird to try to like include here. Your thoughts?
Oh, nice. Daymare snagged one at Planet Comic-Con here in Kansas City. Hope to see you again next year, and as well as all the homies. Maybe even JP could make the trek over and see us this time.
Hopefully, I will not be laid up, and we'll be able to make it happen. So
wouldn't that be something? But on this one's a little different. Obviously, now we do have the first appearance, and it's a little bit more expensive. Still, and I'll be back because I don't. Yeah, I'm saying what you're saying. I don't see this movie really moving the needle too much on this book once it's said and done. I'm thinking like Sweet Tooth, look at the way that book cratered once it was so over. It does have its built-in fan base, but yeah, I'll be back. And I think I need to watch that Dolph Lundgren version. I've never watched it. I need to.
I don't know that. No, I don't think anyone needs to watch that.
I think it'll be fun. It sounds fun.
We're not there yet, Gordon. We're not there yet. I just it looks like it's like set in the real world, but they still have like the Eternia style costumes. I don't know. It looks a little weird. I'm not sure that this is going to be the way to go, but I would put this as an I'll be back. I don't see this movie actually helping this book ultimately in the long term. So next we got Predator. It's also on the list again for second or second time in a couple of weeks, or second time in 2 weeks, or whatever. Or like the 12th time in the last year. 60 to 115, 9.8, 435. We continue to kind of creep up. We got the animation. We had a movie earlier in the year. We had the animation come out last month. We got another movie coming. Like, it's been all kinds of Predator projects this year. To me, which screams, I'll be back. This is going to return. As soon as all these movies and stuff pass, it's going to return to what it normally is. But your thoughts, Marcus?
No, I'm with you on it. I'll be back. And even though this book's a little different from the He-Man book, it does suffer from the same problem in that it's not the real first appearance of Predator. So it's really for comic book fans who also love Predator. So yeah, I don't know. For that reason, it's definitely an I'll be back.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Mr. What? You know, like Frank Langella, Skeletor, come on.
Imagine if this was the first appearance of the Predator. This would be such a more,
I
price
forgot
would be.
that Courtney Cox was in that movie. I forgot about that she was in that movie, Mr. Rayman. It's been a long time since I've seen it, and I had no desire to ever see it again, but I did forget she was in that. Next, we got a little Old Guard. We got Netflix is coming back with their second Old Guard movie starring Charlize Theron. They did the first one. Didn't really change the value of the book any. I think it got pretty good reviews. They got this next one coming out. Got Uma Thurman in it. I put season 2. I meant movie 2 on my notes here. But only $10 for raw sales. 9.8, 75. I mean, for the book that's going to have 2 movies of $10, that seems worth it to me. But your thoughts, Marcus?
I'm going to say I'll be back. And the reason I'm going to say I'll be back is I went and bought number 1. Because my wife actually watched the movie on Netflix first, and she really liked it, and so she spawned me to go and watch it, and I enjoyed it as well. I didn't buy the number 1 immediately. I waited because I watched JP's Budget Collecting, and I know that you got to play the game and take your time. And I was able to get this book for $4.99 on eBay, and I do think that's probably a better price for it. This book didn't really get any buzz from the first movie. I thought the first movie was good. Charlize Theron is good. I know Comic Tom and the other guy, I always forget his name, but they talked about Mill Geek or whatever, right? They talked about how the second movie might spawn, might get people to go back and watch the first movie. And I think there's a chance of that, but I do think this book comes back down to $5 once this is all said and done. So I think this is definitely an I'll be back. But I do like this book. I do own this book, and I look forward to reading this for a series with someone.
There you go. Next, speaking of titles that started outside of comics and became comics, we got G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 1. We have rumors that there's going to be a new G.I. Joe animated series coming, is what's prompting this on the list. 70 to 150, 9.8, 990. Definitely a bump, but not a huge bump from the normal value on this book. Your thoughts here, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I'll be back again. As we said, it's not the first appearance of the G.I. Joe. It's the first appearance in comics, which is something different. Imagine how expensive this book would be if it was the first appearance of G.I. Joe ever, rather than just in comics. That would be such a more, the price would be astronomically higher, but it's not. So it's really an affordable book to get if you like the G.I. Joe. But I think if you wait for the buzz to die down, it's an I'll be back.
Yeah. I think Mr. Raymond's right. He's talking about like a lot of the stuff going to streaming. You just don't see the ads. You don't get the theatrical release. You don't get the buzz that actually like it comes and goes in like a week. I mean, Ironheart was gone in 2 weeks, and like everybody's going to forget about it. Like, so yeah, it does definitely hurt these kind of books when they come to streaming. The buzz is not like
it's so hard. Like, what was that Pixar movie that's bombing right now? And I didn't hear a single thing about that movie until I saw an article about how it was bombing. Like, there was no marketing for it. What was it, Elio or something like that? I forget the name.
I forget what it was called, but yeah, because I didn't really see. But then I don't watch very much TV, so I'm not the best person to like be the judge on that. But yeah, for sure.
And Bob's is right on X-Men 97 for sure.
Yeah, cartoons do not sell books. No, they're not. Well, welcome back, Alan. I'm glad you have returned.
So can't be denied.
Next, we're moving into a cover. We got G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 318, the Francis Portela 1 in 10 negative space variant. for Storm Shadow. $20 to $40 on a 1 in 10. So right around triple ratio at 30, but I still put this as an I'll be back. Your thoughts here, Marcus?
Yeah, I'll be back. I mean, these negative ratio variants are cool. I enjoy them, but I don't think they really maintain value. Even those with the John Tyler Christopher ones, I'm pretty sure those have come down in value from their height. So these kind of books, you can wait and get it better. I'll be back.
And I do feel like, this one's fine. It's not one of the better. I don't feel like it's one of the better negative space ones. I would be surprised.
I like it. I do like it.
I mean, it's good. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a huge Joe fan, so maybe that's why.
I'm not either. Yeah.
All right, next. Skip over to my thing. Keep moving. Hyde Street back on the list for the second week in a row. Hyde Street, number 7. The Sean Van Gorman 1 in 20 cereal box homage. Last week it was 30 to 50. Now it's 40 to 65. I bumped this on the second week bump to a trap from an I'll be back last week. Your thoughts, Marcus?
In 1 in 10, you're getting the quadruple ratio and you don't like it? I mean,
no, I don't like it. Second week bump, unsustainable.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I'll be back. I don't see this one. You know, it's a funny issue. There's nothing really going on inside the story. It's just the cover. The cover is fun, but I don't see it really maintaining this value down the road. So
Hyde Street is not a series that's I get a lot of buzz about. I know you like. Isn't this part of your?
Yeah, Ghost Machine. I'm buying all the Ghost Machine.
Yeah, like I know you like this, but this is not one of the titles I've heard anything about, like from Ghost Machine. Like
some people like it, but I don't know if there's a lot of people reading it. It's not my favorite one, but I do like it.
Mm-hmm. Next, we got a cover that a lot of people like, and somebody liked enough that they spent, what was the number here? $288,000 on the original art for this cover, which is why the book is hitting the list this week, because of all the buzz that the original art selling for made. Mind you, this was a resale. Jock had sold the cover. Somebody who bought the cover from Jock for a lot less than that sold it this week for $288,000. $130 raw, 9.8, 430, both of which are up slightly from where this book, but this book is like an $80, $100 book anyway, raw, maybe 120. 9.8 is usually in the 3 to 400 range anyway. So your thoughts, Marcus?
I want to say get in where you fit in, but definitely this is not the time to buy this book. So it's got to be an I'll be back. Because it's not gonna have the buzz that it has right now. I did think it was interesting. People arguing that Jock should get a piece of the sell, and I'm like, in what way does it ever work like that? Besides,
no, he sold it. He already sold it once. It sucks that like the market has changed so much that he could have gotten so much more for it if he'd waited for him. But that's where artists have to make the decision about what they hold on to sell later and what they sell early, like. And some of them can't necessarily afford to hold on to stuff and not sell it, like, and try to get that money initially. But yeah, I mean,
one product that does work that way, where the company gets a piece of it all, is seeds. Like if you use seeds.
Oh, you can't reuse. You can't reuse.
Yeah.
Like you plant corn, you can't like hold back some of the corn to plant next year. No, you can't. No. You cannot do it.
They will take you down, which is insane to me.
It's ridiculous, but it's how they make all their money.
But that's what they want for this. Is like every time it sells, you got to pay a piece to Jock. But that's not how it works. I don't think it should work that way. Yeah.
So
it shouldn't work that way with seeds either. Damn it! All right.
And Ingrid did an amazing job filling a lot of cool spots. Yeah, for sure. All right, next. Mark Spears Monsters, number 5, the New Mutants 98 homage. And this is hitting the list because it's bagged and it comes with one of 4 different cards. $10 to $15 for the bagged book. I think sets with all 4 cards, they were saying we're going for around $50. Pretty cheap for a Mark Spears Monsters book. What's your thoughts here, Marcus?
Well, I want you to say your answer first. Go ahead. What's yours?
Oh, I put it as an I'll be back because it's not.
And because you've learned nothing. You've learned nothing, JP, but not me. I learned.
Okay.
This is straight cash, homie, guys. Go get it before it's too late. This is going to be $1 million book. within the year. Do
It's
not waste time. Go get it.
only
Straight cash.
10-15. It's not even barely a hot book. And it's being driven because of the cards.
Straight cash, guys. Go get it. Don't miss out. It's gonna be quadruple the price in 2 days.
I'll tell you. Preview for next week's look back. JP might have finally been right.
I can't wait for this. This will be fun.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. So
I do like this cover though. It's cool. I think this is a cover where the Mark Spear style really works. I like this cover. Yeah. Straight cash.
I'm with Bob. I'm like, and maybe it's because I've just been wrong, but I don't. His art is fine.
Bob.
I don't think it's bad, but it's not. I don't see it as being this over-the-top special that people went nuts for. I do not understand it, and I have not from the beginning. So,
I think he's like Peach Momoko and others. It's a hit and miss. Sometimes I really do like this cover. I think it works really well, but it doesn't always work really well.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus throws me in front of the bus every chance he gets. Don't even let him and I purposely do not include his misses when I do the look back because he's not nice. Himself. I just take myself. Nice. Just for the record.
You should have chose a better state. All right.
I should have. Next, we got The Punisher, number 4 from the 2000 series. The first appearance of Ma Ganuki. $3 to $10 because rumored for the Punisher special that's coming. Yeah, $3 to $10. I wanted to put whatever. Actually, I'm gonna like Ma Ganucci, and we're trying to spec on a book, so I haven't done it for a while, but we gotta do that. It doesn't matter who this person is. This person does not matter. Your thoughts, Marcus, now that I've
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, who cares? I think if you find one, especially on the low end, $3 to $5, 100% without chipping.
What? And you're gonna do what with it? If you're not
sit on it and flip it for.
You're gonna do what? Oh, you're gonna make what? $3?
Buy for a nickel, sell for a dime. It's a very simple concept, JP. It's very simple.
Okay, whatever.
So at the low end, if you're out here trying to play that game, I think it's worth the shot. You never know. It is a cool looking cover.
I like it.
Wow, dude, the disrespect. But yeah, more than anything, it's like whatever. Who cares?
No, it seems to be the art, Frog, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, we're gonna move on. We got Doctor Strange, number 1 from 2015. First appearance of Selma Stanton, who apparently appeared in Ironheart. $10, 9.8, $65, and
Gordon.
And we're doubling down. Who? I don't care if she appeared in the show or not. Who? Like what? Doesn't matter what her name is.
She's not Strange Academy? Is she part of the Strange Academy? I haven't read that.
So she appeared in Ironheart this last week. Is why she's hitting the list.
And I have not watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it, and hopefully I like it more than the people talking about it. Yeah. Although some people say it ends well. I hope that I like it. Have you watched it yet?
I have not.
Yeah. Are you going?
I was looking the other day, because somebody put out a thing of all the Phase 5 stuff. And I've seen all but one of the movies, and that was because I was down with my foot surgery. I didn't ever go see I haven't seen Captain America: Brave New World yet. But I haven't watched a Marvel TV show in the last 4 shows. I haven't watched an episode.
So you're not gonna watch it.
I'm way behind. I'm just way behind, and I don't know when I'll catch up.
Okay. Yeah, as far as the book, it's hard to really have a strong opinion because I haven't seen it, and so maybe she has a really, really cool first appearance, but without knowing that.
If it was really cool, it would be more than $10.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, at this price, it is a cool cover. Why? It's a whatever, really, for me. I can't bring myself to say worth it.
No.
It's a cool cover, though. I do like that cover, man. Is that Bachalo on the cover? It's nice.
I didn't write it down. It wasn't. It was the A cover, so I didn't. Probably.
It probably is him. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't a variant. If it's a variant, I usually put the artist down in my notes, but I do not necessarily on an A. But yeah. Next, we got the Hood, which was a main part of this Ironheart series. $25 raw, 9.8, 200. I remember when they first announced that the Hood was going to be a part of this, and this book was going for almost $100 raw, and 9.8 was going for 500. And people were telling me I was dumb for saying, do not buy this book. And now the show's out, and it's a $25 book and 9.8, 200. And I still think it's a trap. I do not think this is the floor of this book. Your thoughts?
It's hard to say because I don't know how. I did see the first episode of Ironheart actually, and he did seem Anthony Ramos, whatever. He did seem really cool to me. So, but I don't know if he dies or what happens with him. So, it's really hard to say.
I don't think it matters. Here's the thing. Even if he was fantastic, even if the show is great, even though it's getting mixed reviews, think about all the people that have appeared in some of these shows and have any of these books for these Marvel shows 6 months, a year later, have any of these characters maintained any value at all at this point? It just doesn't happen. Even the big screen stuff is struggling, but the small screen stuff is not holding value at all as soon as we move away from these characters.
Yeah, I was going to say just on principle, I would say I'm going to go I'll Be Back rather than Trap. But yeah, I'll be back.
White Tiger. Yeah. What's the White Tiger book doing? Well, they killed White Tiger off, but
yeah. I don't know. Did they kill the Hood off? Like, I don't know. Did they?
They haven't even done Jessica Drew yet, Gordon. So
I love this.
Or maybe you mean Jessica Jones, but yeah, she's coming back. But all right. It's
such a great cover. It's a fire cover.
Years, all the speculation. We're going to get Mephisto. The crazy values this book was going for. Silver Surfer #3, which is a great Silver Age tee. It finally happened, and there was like no talk about it whatsoever. It landed with a thud. The book is not even close to where it once was, like during the WandaVision rumors. Raw copies recently, 130 to 475. Obviously, a wide range of grades there. 5.5, 350, 400, 7.5, 675 to 750. Your thoughts, Marcus?
Man, I love that cover so much. It's so nice. I see you have I'll Be Back. I think this is getting where you fit in. This is a bona fide key. This is a great cover. I love it so much. That red popping with the yellow looks so good. So if you've been looking for this book, hopefully you're not looking for it because of a silly MCU movie. You're looking for it because you've been looking for it, and you're going to get in where you fit in. You're going to be happy that you did. So get in where you fit in for this one.
I just talk about fate praise. Daymare. Ironheart was much better than I expected. It wasn't good, but it was better than I expected. I mean, talk about just like crushing something with faint praise. Yeah, I'm with you. This is a book that you want because you've wanted this book, not because this Sacha Baron Cohen showed up in a TV show.
Yeah, dude, what a silly reason to want this book.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for that to be the reason you're chasing this book, which is why I would put it solidly as an I'll Be Back. Yes, it's a Silver Age key, but there's no reason to buy it right now. Just none. Uh-oh. Perry is lurking, I tell you.
This is ruining families' homes. It's ruining my home. Did you see that clip? Oh my God!
Yes, I've seen that clip.
Did you know it was Perry, or did it take you a second?
No, because it was on your thing. I saw it from you. Yes, I knew it was Perry. Yes.
Some people, because the first time I saw it, I said, "All right, how long ago did this happen? Where's Perry at?" And they're like, "He's right there." I'm like, "What? That's not Perry." Oh, God,
no, it looks just like him. He looks exactly the same now.
Hit me up on Discord if you need to know what I'm talking about. I'll be happy to share it with you.
He hasn't changed at all. I think he looks exactly the same all these years later. No, on the Boron spec, yes. Mephisto's sister is the fourth best. Good Lord.
Wow, they on one tonight.
The dictator, yeah. I mean,
Frog Brawler.
Last book. Oh, go ahead.
Right,
What did you say?
no, I was gonna say, Frog Brother, are you coming back to my college football dynasty? The game comes out this week. All right, you can answer in chat. Sorry, go ahead.
Handsome. Yes.
Black and ugly as ever. However,
he's correct. He has not gotten any uglier.
Congratulations, Perry.
What
You
was I
won.
talking about? Fake praise that Daymares was given. You're right, Barry. You don't look any worse. So, we're hard on our poor man, Barry. Last book, Invincible Iron Man, number 9. First full Riri in the armor. Talk about how the mighty have fallen. 30 to 50, 135 to 175. This is once like almost $1,000 book. Show just ended. At this point, I put worth it because I was like, man, we're at the floor. And then I thought about what the floor of like some of these other books, like the Sam Wilson First Cap and some of these other books and characters that we've had. And we're probably not at the floor at 30 to 50 and 135 to 175. Yeah. Your thoughts, Marcus?
I think there's been some positive reaction. I think there'll be some collectors who are more interested in this book as a result of Riri. But overall, I do think that this was a series. I haven't watched it, but my read is like this was a series that should have came out a couple of years ago, not now. And it doesn't really fit now, and it's not really going to have the boost of Riri. So I want to say worth it, but I got to say I'll be back.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, what's going on? Corgi, first Riri and cowboy boots. Is this the Culture Club karaoke live show? No, it is not Gas, but you got here just in time for us to be like, that's our last book. So
loving would be easy if your colors were like my dreams. All right, sorry. Red, gold,
you were good. You were good.
Red, gold.
So yeah, that's it. That's the list this week. We had like a bunch of books for the Riri show. I would not count on any of those holding any value. But Marcus, what do you got coming up? Is FOC and Chill back? Are we going?
No, I'm working. No, not yet. I'm working on long form content. I'm working on a script right now where I need some people to commentate on it. So Chris is in the chat. I asked him. I've asked a few people, but yeah, working on the script now. I'm trying to make it not suck now. I don't know if I'm going to come back at this point. I may not come back because the one of the big reasons why is I don't want to pay for StreamYard. It was cool paying $25 a month to do a rinky dink live show, but it's not cool spending $50 a month to do it. So yeah. I don't know.
I had to go memberships, which, speaking of, before we get out of here, I'm going to interrupt your pitch to pitch my memberships. Thank you to those folks that are helping me pay for StreamYard so I can keep doing this. Because, otherwise, I would be hard-pressed to continue to justify it. So,
yeah, it really is.
I appreciate those folks for helping me out. Pretty nasty. Yeah, I just cut him off. It's my show. So, all right. Are you going to be somewhere on Wednesday then if you're not going to be anywhere else?
Yes, of course. We're still sticking with JP because he's paying for it. And also with Lorenzo because he's also paying for it. So
find a Lorenzo
Indie Comics and reviews every Wednesday night. Come check us out for New Comic Book Day. And sometimes we have an indie creator coming on and talking about their fundraiser, which is always good. And speaking of an indie creator and a fundraiser, we have City of Demons, which is done in a couple of days. He's got funding, but the more the merrier on this. Check out the interview with K-pop with Lorenzo. Parker Newman's been around talking about his book, but it's about 1920s Los Angeles. I'm excited for it. I'm glad that it's backed. And check it out, zoop.gg.
So Marcus is basically, this is correct.
Something like that.
Memberships equals pay for friends. Yes. That's what it is. I would like you a lot more, Bob, if you remember. No, I appreciate the folks that are members, but nobody should feel obligated, but it does definitely help me keep it going. So I do appreciate it. Wednesday, I will be over on John's Comics with Friends. Another omnibus. We're going to be talking Gotham Central over there on Wednesday. So I'll be hanging out doing that. I got a pre-record out on another one of my little comic history things out on Thursday that my members can already see. They already have access to. And then, of course, we'll have the Saturday video and Like the stream, that's always good too. I prefer to pay per job with Bubs, yes, for sure. Hey, Bobby, you're here just in time for us to say see ya, but we appreciate you stopping by for sure. And with that, unless Marcus got anything else, we're going to get out of here. All right. Thanks, everybody. Later.